All right, y'all, let's talk about the October TBR. Okay, so I didn't even say it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. Hey y'all, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. My bad, I forgot to introduce myself. Welcome if you're new here. I make bookish videos. Let's go. So this is gonna be the October TBR. Oh, I did the intro and didn't even. Okay, we here. So I have filmed a lot today, and I have not went through any kind of the Readathon prompts to make this TBR. What I'm going to do this time, for the sake of stress, is I'm going to just try to fit books where I can. How about that? And just see how I do it throughout the month, okay? This month is going to be the Middle Earth Readathon. That, if you haven't seen that announcement video, I will link mine down below. I'm a co-host for that. Reese over at the Reese over at the Writing Songbird created this readathon. She created all the prompts. I helped with the graphics. Graphics will be linked down below as well, just so you can grab that easily. But this is a readathon throughout the whole month of October. There's a bingo board, all that stuff. If you read one book, you've participated, so no stress. The read-along for the month is the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I've already read The Fellowship, and, you know, just like Reese said in her video, which I will link down below, her TBR, she has some recommendations, and she had an announcement video. I think Holly had a video as well, and the other co-hosts, by the way, look at me doing a bad job, the other co-hosts for this readathon are Sarah from Sarah's Tangled Tales and Holly from Lovely Day with Holly, which her video, let me just say, the background with all the token stuff was top tier, let me just say. But I will link all the videos from the co-hosts and Reese that I can find that they've done so far down below for you all to check out, because I still need to watch, I think, a couple of them. I'm behind. Again, always behind on videos, but we here. But one of Reese's videos I watched today talked about, you know, if you want to read just half of the book, if you want to just read half of one book, or just read one of the books, you don't have to read the whole trilogy, you know, just read what you can, no pressure, right? And so for me, because I have read The Fellowship and The Hobbit, I'm gonna try. This is a big try. Okay, if I get one of these done, how great would that be? Is The Two Towers, which is a little bit shorter, and Return of the King. I love these editions. Love these editions, okay? Got them on Pango Books, okay? I don't even know what year these were from. 90s, 2000s, I don't know. But, yeah, I'm going to try to get through these too. So that's definitely on my list. So, if I get these done, or at least one of these done, I've participated. We'd love to see it. And then we have got the Journey Through the Bible Readathon that Katie is hosting. I will leave her video and everything down below. And I have a screenshot of all of her prompts on my phone. I need to go through them. It's been crazy busy where I was on my trip and stuff. I haven't had a chance to kind of go through them and figure out what I want to read. So, again, going to try to match things up for those prompts and for this. I know I've got some books that are new releases that are going to be coming out. And all that stuff that I got to read for review that I'm going to like tie in with some of the Christian fiction stuff. I have some other Christian fiction here. So without further ado, let's talk about the other books I plan to read this month. And I'll just try to fit them in on the prompts with hers and the Middle Earth Readathon, okay? So the other books on this list are In a Far Off Land by Stephanie Landsem. This is one I talked about. I think it's on my 23 for 2023. And it just sounded amazing when I was reading that video, my fall TBR. So adding this in, and really excited to read this. I'm not going to go through all the synopsis on this. I don't have like time right now, honestly. I'm like running out of time for the night. So I will link the books down below. I did already read through this, but this was like a Great Depression Midwest lady named Minerva runs away to Hollywood, and she's determined to make it really big to save her family farm. That's all we need to know. There's some drama that goes on. We've got some men in here that are going to help her escape corrupt police and take on the studio's big shots that are trying to frame her for some murder or something, it sounds like. So a murder she didn't commit. There you go, short version. So, sounds really interesting to me. Miriam told me this was really great, and I cannot wait to read this. Okay, it just sounds amazing, and the cover is giving all the 20s vibes I need, okay? Look at this. Yes. So that's on my list. Next on the list is The Sisters of Seaview by Julie Klassen. I have read the synopsis of this several times, but this is book 1 in the On Devonshire Shores series. Book 2 comes out in December. That's why I'm reading this, so I can get this done. This is on my fall TBR. Again, like I said, I already read the synopsis, but this deals with two sisters, Sarah Summers and her sisters. They fear that they're going to be forced to sell their house. because their father has passed away and left them pretty much impoverished. And so they are determined to stay together. Sarah convinces them to open their seaside home to guests to make ends meet, to provide for their ailing mother, and they end up having some eligible gentlemen stay with them in this house that they're like, I guess, opening it up for lease, whatever you want to call it back in the day. So yeah, Sarah is kind of finding a Scottish widower, torn between him and the duty to her family, it says. And Viola, she wears a veil to cover her scar, forced to choose between helping her family in the new guest house and earning money to hire a maid to do her share. She chooses the latter. She reluctantly agrees to read some of the Sidmouth's many invalids, preferring the company of a few elders with failing eyesight to the fashionable guests staying in her home. But when she first, well, I said I wasn't going to read this, whatever. But when her first client turns out to be a wounded officer in her 30s, she wishes she would have chosen differently. Her new situation exposes her scars, visible, and those hidden deep within. And her cloistered heart will never be the same. The drama, I need to know. So yeah, this is definitely on my list for this month. I love a good Julie Klassen. Y'all, let me just say that she has the ultimate fall feel on all her books. So yeah, I know it's going to be good. The next book on the list is The Lost Boys at Barlow Theater, Jaime Jo Wright. I read the synopsis for this in my last vlog. I'm not going to read it in this, but this is basically a dual timeline. We got this theater that's got some, like, they calling it ghosts. We'll see. 1915, Greta's younger brother goes missing. After breaking into the building, Greta engages the assistance of a local police officer to help her unveil the already ghostly secrets of the theater. But when help comes from an unlikely source, Greta decides that to save her family, she has to uncover the evil from the theater and that haunts the theater or whatever. Decades later, Kit Boyd's best friend vanishes during a ghost walk, and all this stuff starts coming up. There's ghost hunting hosts, television ghost hunting host, and a skeptic joins Kit in the quest to identify the truth behind the theater's history. So I'm going to be very interested to see how Jaime Jo ties these two timelines together. That's always very interesting to me. I don't love ghosts a whole lot in stories, but I know that she's going to tie this in with a true faith element where it's not like real ghosts. You know what I'm saying? So I can trust her. This is going to be a perfect October read. The Christian book club pick for this month. Very low key, no official book club. Short version, we just pick a book and read it and talk about it on our channel. So feel free to read this with us. And the subject or genre, subject, I'm not in school, man. I can't talk. I filmed like 5 videos today, y'all. This is the 5th one in one day. Okay, I've changed my shirt though several times. Yeah, we've got contemporary, and so a contemporary romance was chosen, and I'm so excited. My girl Amy submitted this, and I'm so glad because I had recently purchased this. I already have it, and this is To Have and to Hold, Betsy St. Amant, Becky Wade, I should have said that before I said that, but you know, and Katie Ganchert, 3 autumn love stories. How cute. I hope they ain't insta love, but they cute. And I mean, it'd be novellas, so probably, but you know, I can always trust Becky Wade. And Katie Ganchert, I've read 1 book by her. And Betsy, I have read 2 books by her. 1 novella I didn't really care for by her. And, what was it? Tacos by 2. Tacos for 2. I unhauled it, but I liked it at the time. So, I mean, we'll see. It might be fine. So, like I said, hopefully it's not too insta-love. But, you know what? At the fall time, this is what we want to read, though, for romance. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'll probably give it some grace. We'll see. Next book on the list is the 3rd book in the Apple Cider Shop Mystery series. Book 1 is Apple Cider Slaying, and this is book 3. So, yeah, Julianne Lindsay. It's the only 3 books in the series, and it's the final one. So I need to know. This is a fall festival. It's in full swing. Civil War reenactors from 3 counties are partaking in Blossom Valley's tribute to John Brown. Blue Ridge Mountain foliage is in full bloom. We love to see it. And best of all, Jacob Potter's Pumpkin Farm, where his hay rides, piglet races, pumpkin picking, and corn maze are time-honored draws for locals and tourists alike. Again, we'd love to see it. That's why it's such a shock when Mr. Potter, is found dead, hidden under a tarp in the back of Winnie's pickup truck. Winnie, you always get in trouble, honey. This certainly betrays Potter's reputation As one of the town's most popular citizens, fortunately, when it comes to solving a murder, no one has a patch on winning. Now, all eyes are on her to do it. Unfortunately, that includes those of the killer who'll do anything to keep an orchard full of secrets buried. I need to know. So, perfect fall read, okay? It's been a while since I read one of my cozies, okay? We back at it. And, wait, was that it? Nope, I got 2 more at the bottom. Okay, my bad. Again, these are possibilities, honestly, not strict. We'll see. I do have a week off in October, so, you know, we might get some of these done. But the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle is one on my list for, this is 23 books in 2023, but this is on my list for October. A lot of y'all said, Amanda, you going to take notes? You're going to need to take notes. But the ending is worth it. And there's a lot of character stuff going on at the beginning of this, so I got to pay attention. So we'll see. This may have to be read on while I'm on vacay because I need time to just chill. It apparently is really worth it. And I read the synopsis of this, but basically Evelyn Hardcastle will be murdered at 11 p.m. 8 days, 8 witnesses for you to inhabit. We will let you escape once you tell us the name of the killer. And so there is this masquerade ball being thrown in town by her parents at their English country house. And Evelyn Hardcastle, they say, will die. She's going to die every day until Aiden Bishop can identify who murdered her and stop the killer. So every day Aiden is waking up in the body of different guests of the gala he attended the night before. Some of those guests are more helpful than others, all that stuff. So it's like a gothic mystery from what I've understood. It says on the back. But I missed that the first time. I can't tell you what genre this was. Anyway, I need to know. It's secular, not Christian. I don't know the content. I will let y'all know, of course, as always. So I've just heard this is really good. So hopefully it's not too explicit or, you know, scary. But, you know, transparency, I'll let you know. So that's on here. And then Tosca Lee, Iscariot, is, I already mentioned this is on my list, okay, for the month. Biblical fiction all about Judas, and that's all we need to know. So I love Tosca Lee, so I cannot wait. And then I've got a couple, 3 more that I'm looking at. Juniper Bean Resorts to Murder. This is by Gracie, Ruth, Mitchell. Here's the cover. I don't have a synopsis on hand for these. I think I've talked about this at some point, but my girl Alicia has compared this like a mashup of Pepper Basham and Jaime Jo Wright. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. So I've heard great things, and I think the next book in the series is coming out in October. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this book. I've got the audio on Hoopla, so I may do that. Julia Monroe Begins Again by Rebekah Millet. I talked about this in my fall anticipated releases. This is second chance romance. I think the main girl is in her 40s, and there's just a lot of stuff going on there. Again, I don't have the synopsis right on hand, but here's the cover. I love this cover, and I'm definitely going to read this for review this month whenever it comes in. And then Marshaling Her Heart. This is also coming out in October, and I'm reviewing this one. This is by Mary Connealy. Connealy. I can't remember. Anyway, we'll say that it's Connealy. Connealy. I can't remember. Okay, let's get going. Anyway, Marshaling Her Heart. And this, like I said, this is book 3. This is following Becky. I want to say Becky Pruitt. And I really like her character in this series. I hope it's not too feminist leaning. Book 2 kind of was a bit much with it, you know. I will admit. I gave it 4 stars. I still enjoyed it, but I was like, let's move on. I'd rather had more of the romance than some of the, you know, women stuff, you know. Like, I'm cool with that. You know, book 1 was fine. I didn't see it too much. Like, I just didn't notice it as much in book 1 maybe. But, yeah, book 2... is a bit much. It wasn't bad. I liked it. It's just it wasn't a perfect book because of that. And I'm hoping that this next one is not, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm reading that for review this month too. So I've got like 12 books on this list. I know I said I was going to slow down, but I am taking a week off in October. So yeah, I can see some of the prompts for the readathons, and I can kind of fit these in. We'll see how it goes. If I don't complete much of it, it's fine. But I'm going to try to participate in both readathons, Katie's and the Middle Earth readathon. So anyway, that's pretty much it for me. I hope that you all are doing very well. Let me know what you plan to read in October. Again, this is subject to change. I have been kind of sticking to my TBRs lately, but sometimes I throw in an extra 1 or 2 and switch it up. Or you never know, could have a DNF. and have to switch it up again. I do want to continue on in the sweater weather series, but it just depends on like where I get with stuff. So yeah, I don't know if I'll even get to that this month or next month, but either way, we here. At some point I'll get to those. Anyway, that's it from me. I love y'all so much. Let me know what you're going to read in October. Have you read any of these books? All that good stuff. Let's chat below in the comments, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.